Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, I cannot I cannot hear you, Archit. I cannot hear you, Archit. Hello, Archit. हाँ जी. अच्छा अच्छा. Okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine, fine. Done, done, done. Okay, fine, fine. Hello, Archit.
Background music.
Hello, Archit. अच्छा अच्छा.
Hi Devesh.
Okay.
Let's see if people are joining. Background music.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if people have joined. We have live viewers. Okay. I can see some participants. Hi everyone. Welcome to the live stream. And I have Devesh with me. He is owner of the Techverse YouTube channel, and he is majorly into podcasting. He gives a lot of interesting insights around backend and front end engineering, and about the career transition, about how to transition, how to enhance your career
Hi
in
everyone.
backend
Is
engineering.
majorly into
So I
podcasting. He
welcome
gives
Devesh.
a lot of interesting insights around backend and front-end engineering, and about the career transition, about how to transition, how to enhance your career in backend engineering. Thank you, Archit, for inviting me to your live. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Uh, so quick round of testing for the infrastructure if people are able to hear us well. So can you guys please give a thumbs up if you are if we both are audible? Okay, I see some reactions coming in. So yeah, that's great, but there is some issue. I don't know why.
We can answer you at the
I
same time.
see some reactions. So yeah, that's great, but there is some issue. I
We can answer you at the same
see
time.
some reactions. Give me one moment, everyone.
Okay. It looks a little blurred, Archit, for now. No, still needs a more improvement. Yeah, looks a little blurred. Maybe this camera. Yeah, yeah. It's fine now, Archit. I hope my voice is not repeating, Archit. Was it repeating earlier, right? Archit, Archit, I think people are not able to hear us. Just, I think they are able to hear me, but not able to hear you. Correct, Shashi? Can you please respond in the chat? Whom you can hear, me or Archit or both? Yeah, Archit, you are not audible. Deepika Agarwal, she has replied. Archit, you are not audible. Just check once.
Hello, hello. Am I audible now? Can you guys give a quick thumbs up? Okay. Now, okay, that was a serious issue.
You're audible now, Archit. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, that's great. So I can see. Thanks, Akshat. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Yeah. So I'll again start with the session so that people we can give a quick recap. I don't know when my audio was disturbed, but yeah, I'll start again. So hi guys, today's session is around serialization. Why do we use serialization? Where do we use serialization? That's the core. And what type of serializations are available in the market? What is the difference between those different type of serialization also, right? So, sorry. Serialization is a way when you encode and decode your message to be that has to be transmitted from one place to another. Or basically maybe you are using that message to be saved in your database, right? So for example, your front end and back end communicates with each other using HTTP protocol, right? Now, using HTTP protocol, they are exchanging messages. So front end would send a message to backend, and backend would respond back with the appropriate response, right? So that message that gets exchanged is always encoded and decoded at the receiving end. So first it is encoded at the sender and then decoded at the receiving end. Now, this encoding and decoding has different mechanism. So you use JSON, that is the most popular serialization technique. Then you have XML. XML is something which is little old and people have kind of stopped using it. You will only see XML serialization in old applications, legacy applications. Then you have YAML. YAML is new, fairly new compared to JSON, and we'll discuss about why YAML, where it is used, and what are the benefits of YAML. And the latest one that is very important, and that's the core for today's discussion, would be Protobuf. Protocol buffer. We name the full name is protocol buffer, right? Now, these are different serialization, and these are not restricted to just your front end and back end message exchange. This serialization also takes care of when you want to save data in your database. For example, if you're using MongoDB or NoSQL databases, basically, you would use serialization. You would serialize the data, send it to your database, and retrieve it back. So when the database is sending it back to your server, you would receive that in the serialization format that you have saved it, and then you deserialize it. That's about serialization, why, where it is used. Now we know that we have different type of mechanism or formats of serialization, right? Let's start discussing about those in basic detail. Now, first one is JSON. JSON is the most used serialization technique in today's world. If you see, 99% applications right now are using JSON serialization for their front end to back end communication. JSON serialization is also used when you talk about microservice communication, service to service communication. JSON serialization is also used in your database when you want to save it in the database or have saving a configuration file. For example, till now, I have majorly seen people using JSON when they are creating their own config file. For example, any application that you run has to have a configuration. So Shashi says that serialization important. So mostly anyone this default
And
attribute.
Archit, before going ahead with JSON serialization, let's ask our audience: Are are they able to understand what is serialization, or they still have any doubts?
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me take that question from Sashi also. So he says, so when is that is it good to use this as default, not specific? Can you please explain what are the drawbacks? See, Sashi, it again depends on the application. So for example, if you're using the serialization for your configuration, then I would definitely say use default. Right. But if you're talking about HTTP, the front end and back end information exchange, then it may depend that if your clients are still using XML or any other different serialization technique, right? Serialization and deserialization, then your application cannot only have a default one specific serialization technique. Then you'll have to be open to do serialization in the modes that your client wants. Right. So that is totally dependent on your application and your use case. Okay. Now, so let's take the point that Devesh told. Is there any question or any doubt that you guys have around the serialization, basic understanding of serialization? Okay. I don't see any.